third episode of 4ZZZ Off Air. Thanks for sticking with us so far. My name is Claire.
I'm Grace.
And we've got another big episode lined up for you today. You may notice we're in a slightly different setting. We have a very serious topic to talk about on Spotlight, and so we thought it warranted a very serious setting.
This is the hashtag Ozpol room.
Yeah, we actually count all the votes from here.
Yeah, it's really important.
Coming up on Cool New Things, I'm talking about Ultra Material's record Double Date, and what did you listen to?
Danica has a new EP for Peaches, and that came out this week, so yeah, I'm really digging that.
Nice. It seems like it's a slightly slower week for new releases.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice after the last couple of weeks of, which record do we choose?
Yeah, definitely catching my breath right now.
Yeah, but I landed on Ultra Material, obviously their first album since a couple of stellar shoegaze EPs. I thought it was really great.
Yeah.
Longer, not just in the sense that obviously it's an album which is longer than an EP, but the songs themselves are also like more than 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So it kind of dragged a little, but I guess it fits in with that poppy synth shoegaze feel that we've sort of come to know from Ultra Material. But yeah. I don't know, you listened as well, so what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, it is, the longer tracks suit the sound to get lost in, because it's kind of like warm and fuzzy. You settle into it. It's like a hug. I liked it. I really liked it.
And Danica, I again haven't done my homework. I'm sorry. Please inform me.
No, that's fine. So yeah, Danica have a new EP out. It's called For Peaches. It's Danica Horvat. Refer to my notes. Yeah, Danica Horvat out of Melbourne, and she's playing with the guys from Good Morning, who are her label mates on Solitaire. So it still has that really, it's like mopey pop kind of thing. Yeah, it's just really nice to listen to on like rainy days, and you're just like, I'm sad, but I like this guitar. Yeah, that's my vibe. Yeah. Good job, Danica.
You might be a better friend. Now, as we mentioned at the top of the show, we have something really serious to talk about today on Spotlight. It is, of course, the very serious topic of arts funding, which is not as boring as it sounds, because it's actually really important.
No.
Arts funding affects radio, obviously, which is 4ZZZ, but it also affects artists, and it means that you, as listeners or watchers, may not get as much cool stuff as you wanted. So one of the main things that happened a couple of weeks ago, last Friday even, was that the Catalyst funding announcement was made. Catalyst is like the federal government's body who they get to pick and choose which arts projects get funded, and there was a pretty glaring omission on Friday, which was Sounds Australia didn't get funded.
For their export program, which is the driving force behind, the sending bands overseas to go to massive showcase festivals like South by Southwest in America, The Great Escape in the UK, and CMJ in America again, in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually, like right now, there are a bunch of bands from Brisbane and Australia heading over to the UK for the Great Aussie Barbecue.
Yeah.
Our mate Seth Relly, Owen Rabbit, Clare, there's a bunch of musos, Methyl, Ethyl I think as well.
Yeah, and Slum Sociable.
Yeah, there's heaps going over to do the Aussie Barbecue, and they do that with the support of Sounds Australia, who effectively act like this liaising, networking body, so that you don't, as a muso, go overseas and have no idea who to talk to.
Yeah.
So normally they get a bit of funding from the government, but they haven't done so this time. And there's a petition online that you can sign to call upon the Arts Minister to give it some funding, and we thought it was really important because we want Australian bands to make it big overseas.
Definitely.
So the Sounds Australia petition isn't the only thing that you should be jumping online and signing though. There's also another very important arts funding announcement that came in recent weeks that is very close to Zed's heart. It is the Keep the Community in Your Radio campaign, because unfortunately once again digital radio in community stations is threatened because the government has decided they don't want to fund community stations having the capacity to go digital, which, in today's day and age is kind of annoying and bad.
Yeah, and digital is one of the best value for money initiatives that we can do as community radio stations, because we can only broadcast 24 hours a day, but digital kind of gives us that scope to put on more programming, train more people, and just get behind the community that we're here to serve. So that's really not cool. So we've got this petition going with the CBAA.
The petition has already received over 20,000 signatures, so if you like the extra content that Zed produces, like this video podcast, you should definitely jump online and sign it.
Stars in the sky, just dying light.
This week on stuff we liked. Over the weekend, I went Summerflake. She was radical. Nothing that I didn't expect. She absolutely shreds on guitar though, and is fully like who I want to be when I grow up. Steph Craze, you're amazing. I actually cannot stop just like being cringe-worthily fan-y. I definitely embarrassed myself in front of you on Saturday night as well, so that's fine though. We're moving past that. What did you go to?
Well, actually, before we get into what I went to, Little Birdie told me that you were embarrassed, not necessarily through your own doing, but through someone else introducing you to Steph,
Look,
your idol.
One of our announcers was pretty insistent that I come and meet Steph because I've interviewed her before for my program and he's interviewed her before.
It's Ian from Bright in the Corners,
Yep.
by the way.
Thanks, Ian. No, it's fine. So I'd had a few Aperol spritzes, as you do of a Saturday afternoon.
At Train Spotters.
I was trying to be classy, okay? I didn't see any theatre, so I had to drink Aperol. Anyway, so I was pretty drunk and I just wanted to enjoy the set in peace by myself in my own little dark corner. But Ian had to brighten the corner, pull me out, and introduce me to Steph. And I said something very mumbly and very silly. So Steph, I'm so sorry, but like you were great. That's what I was trying to communicate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks,
mate.
Ian. We know you watched this.
Did you embarrass yourself at Major Leagues?
No, I didn't actually.
Well done.
Well, no more than I usually do. We're just existing, I guess. So I went to Major Leagues at the Foundry. Flowertruck supported, and oh my god, they were so good. I mean, I'll get onto Major Leagues in a minute, but I cannot stress enough how great Flowertruck were. It's like, I don't know the lead singer's name, but it's like he's channeling Ian Curtis. Like you've just like opened up a doorway into the 80s. You're like, oh, so good. He was great there. EP that just came out is super good as well. So highly recommend. But of course, Major Leagues, they've been sort of out of it for a little while, but their EP Dream States came out beginning of April, and it was like a classic reunion of Major League songs. You remember like, oh, I used to love that song, and then there'd also be lots of new songs with like jangly, I don't know, garage pop, I guess, is that typified Brisbane sound.
Yeah, that's definitely it. And they had the slower track, the closing track, Bunbury, which is really nice and like wafty and dreamy. I really like that direction.
Yeah, they put that like further up in the set than I expected. It was in the top half, which was really cool. Weirdly, both Flowertruck and Major Leagues had random songs about Western Australia. It was strange.
Yeah, it's nice to like fantasize about that side of the country because we're so far away from it. Can only be beautiful and nice.
Yeah, Bunbury.
Or like full of minds
with
and Gina Reinhardt, so I'm not too sure.
Say it with a straight face.
Western Australia is real nice.
Okay. Thanks anyone from Western Australia who tunes in.
So sorry. Like,
great. I'm tossing up between Cat Power at the Powerhouse on Friday or Tideline at Brightside. Tideline are probably winning just a little bit at the moment because they're so good, and their new single, Not My Friends, is great.
On Friday as well, if that's not enough, Shining Bird are up from Sydney touring their new single Hell of Us, so that's going to be pretty cool. And on Saturday night, there's 5 bands for $5. That's at the Zoo, and I'm going to consult my list here because 5 is too many for my small brain.
$1 a band.
Yeah, thank you for that important division equation.
You're welcome.
It's true, like the value, it's there. So we've got Big Bad Echo, love them. You're Out, also love them. Cassette Cathedral, Age Champion, and Whale House. So $5, 5 bands at the Zoo. It's gonna be good.
I felt like we had to include some maths because we're in this serious setting.
Yeah, that's very true.
And if I teacher's class.
It didn't make me that much smarter.
No. Well, I guess that's the end.
Yeah.
Again.
Another week, still not like as smart as I wanted this to make me.
No. Hopefully we've helped you think about things that you may not have thought about and go to things that you may not have been planning to go to.
Yeah.
I guess that's all for us, so we'll see you next week.
Bye.